like I said, it happens, and hopefully some kids can learn from it, but just don't get.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1-3-5-3 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down2dunk and get The Athletic for $1 a month for 6 months. I am Luke. Join us by Andrew.
But I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam through.
Taylor.
One. The only way is one. Slam through.
MJ.
It's Jay.
Well,
We're
guys,
back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're
back at the desk.
but for 1 week only. Why?
Why?
I thought you were leaving next week.
Mm-mm.
I thought I heard you say that to
He's back.
He's Alex.
Staying, man. Baby.
No more
Yeah.
trips.
No more trips.
Trips
Is
are
school
over.
back? Is school back for the boys
Not yet, bro. Still summertime.
next week?
Yeah.
Hey, so can I ask a controversial question? So
I love these.
Maybe.
Andrew is somebody that has experience as a teacher
True.
and as a parent.
Dominate.
True.
Is summer too long?
No.
Not controversial enough.
No, I love summer. Summer all the time, baby.
Just summer all the time. I just think they could take 2 weeks back, maybe 3, and then spread it out throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah. I love summer. So
Wow.
I'm all about summer.
I would like to rename your question. It's not a controversial question, but it was dangerous because his answer made you.
Look like a fuddy-duddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Kids.
okay. Hey,
Kids
Hey,
around the world.
Especially now that you have
Jay.
a pool, though. Like, you don't want more summer?
if my son took as much
son.
My son.
His
It makes
son.
me want summer to be shorter.
we're at the point now where like motivating them to do anything outside of just watching television is challenging.
Yeah.
So something like it'd be good for you to be back in school, to like have normalcy, to get up.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I hear you on that.
It'll
think
be
he's
good
over
to be
summer?
back in school. It'll be good.
I like normal. I like routine. I like
Yeah.
routine.
It's true.
Big fan of routine over here.
Another word for routine is
Hey,
routine.
I got a controversial
I'm just
question.
getting emotional, guys.
Hey, I got a controversial question.
Yes,
Hey.
please.
How do you guys feel about routines?
A routine or poutine?
Oh, poutine. On a routine.
This
Every day.
just let them sit and watch TV.
Yeah. No, dude. I know, man.
Just let them.
We do,
Okay.
but it's just one of those things that I don't know. I feel it makes me feel like an inadequate parent. And it also makes me feel like my son is turning into a slug. He is playing football right now, though. So
There you go.
So let them watch TV.
Sounds like
Well,
this is an
he
internal
is,
issue.
Luke. I just said
but
he
let 'em watch,
is.
but let him watch more.
Even more.
Is
Yeah.
he a defensive end?
No.
What's his position?
He's going to probably play defensive backfield or receiver. He's never played tackle football in his life.
Ooh. Receiver? Jay, you have a freaking skill player on your hands?
Yeah. So my son is adopted, and so we do not share genetics. If you know me, that was not my position,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be his position because he is
Jay, though, one of the best
does not
natural
match my
long
giant
snappers.
body.
You're a great long snapper.
Do you actually know that about me?
I've seen you do it.
Oh, how about that?
It's really good.
Luke.
was.
Luke also long
I
snapper.
also can. I've long snapped.
How about that?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, Luke used to snap back in the day, dude.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, well, good to know, man. I'm glad
Yeah.
that. So the reason it's, I don't know if it's controversial next or as much as like it's just something where there isn't a unified agreement
Yeah.
upon the length of summer.
summer.
Yeah.
And Edmond schools where we go is they also did like 1 week longer of summer than everybody else. Like most of the major school districts around here are back yesterday.
Yeah.
Edmond starts back next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just one of those things, just one of those days.
Just one of those days when you still gotta not go to school for your kids.
Not wake up.
Everything sucks.
can't wake up. And I think it would
Okay.
be different too if he had like he doesn't have a sibling, right? So if he had a sibling,
Yeah.
maybe they could go.
Maybe
party
they
and-
would just fight
It's like
all the
it's
time.
like
Probably.
cats. It's like cats. It's better if you have two, because they play with each other.
Do you think for the last summer FriPod we could just do stream of consciousness of the four of us? No
It's been-
topics, no questions.
It's been happening for
go.
5 minutes and 30 seconds
Let's say,
right
isn't that
now.
what we do most weeks?
Yeah.
So FIBA basketball is going on right now. You guys into FIBA? You guys getting into it?
I'm not a big soccer guy.
It's just really challenging to watch the stuff I want to watch.
Yeah,
I don't really care about the USA team. No offense to
Wow.
no offense to our country.
true.
Wow.
Like I'll watch them whenever it comes down to the World
Are you
Cup.
rooting for the U.S.
You're
to win?
actively rooting against?
I am not going to respond to that question.
Oh wow! Lots of controversy today.
Still
Now that's
rooting
controversial.
for. I'm rooting for good basketball guys. You remember the time that Team Canada was supposed to be this world beater team, and they lost to Germany.
Yeah, they really weren't playing like.
So Germans are hot
neither was
boys.
German. Me.
I think Germany was. It's just preseason basically.
You just can't watch it. Like I couldn't watch it. I had to like get on some streaming app and
Yeah,
like if you made it more available, like NBA TV should just say, hey, you know what we're doing for the rest of the summer? Just nonstop FIBA basketball.
yeah,
Why not?
yeah.
Bet they don't have the
What
rights.
else are they doing?
Bet they don't have the
Just
rights.
replaying old games.
Oh,
They
that
probably
is
don't have the
cool, though.
rights. That's
Probably don't have the
bad.
rights. Don't want to spend the money.
Yeah, because the other day one of the exhibition games were on FS1, I think. So that would
Yeah,
make
Miguel
sense.
DeVella in the chat says, I have tickets to FIBA, but I don't know if I'm still in the mood to watch.
Yeah.
Who would you? So is Canada the most like for you? If you had to choose one of the teams to go watch, like if Miguel, like going into Miguel's life, like
Mhm.
if you had one game to watch, what team would it be?
Yeah, probably Canada or Australia. Just because Australia is making everything about Josh, I kind of want to watch that.
Yep.
With that,
Nobody wants to
looks
watch
like.
Spain and Garuba. See him play 7 to 8
I
minutes a
mean,
night.
I mean, he starts, I think. So
What do you think, Taylor?
I think I was just trying to think of if Garuba is a player here on our team, we got to come up with a good nickname for him. Garuba's too fun to not play with.
I think it's actually a good enough name just to leave alone.
No, like Garuba Tuba.
That's not it.
If he
What's
went
a
on
tuba?
vacation, he might be Scuba Garuba.
Ooh, Scuba
we should,
Garuba.
if he plays and he's good, we should make the Garuba Goobas.
Oh, we are the Garuba Goobas.
Yes.
Is that a character from Super Mario Brothers?
No, it's like
That's a
saying
Goomba.
it's like saying goober with a New York accent.
Gooba.
Gooba.
Get over here, you Gooba. Get out of my dolly, you Gooba.
I'm walking here, you Gooba.
You Gooba.
Yeah. So we'll have the
Yeah,
shirts.
shirt.
The
shirt
shirts will be
idea
made. The
made.
Garuba Goobas.
That's good.
Get out of here, Gooba.
Gooba.
So our guy at Benevolent King has a question for us. And it is, would you, as Thunder GM, trade J-Dub for anyone on the USA main squad? So
It's such a homer take to say no, but
we can let's go through the names. You guys want to go through the names? Let's go through the names. Would you trade J-Dub for Austin Reeves?
no.
No. He's good though. Would you trade him for Bobby Portis?
No.
Yes.
Walker Kessler?
No.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Sorry, no.
Cameron Johnson.
No.
No.
Cameron. Triple J.
That's the only one.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because Jaren Jackson's really good.
Triple J with
Really good.
Chet.
He's
Now
really
that's
good.
Wasn't
that's,
he defensive player of the year this last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
can shoot.
It's got a weird shot, but it
It's
does
not-
go in sometimes.
It's not beautiful. Yeah. Brandon Ingram.
Probably.
Oh, man. He's so good.
Ingram's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
You're trading still potential for finished product though.
Although is Ingram's like 24 or something.
Yeah, he's not very old.
I might do it. No,
He's
I
been in
can't
the
do
league
it.
forever.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, it does feel like he's been in the league for a long time. He's 25. He's about to turn 26.
Prime.
In his prime.
Prime.
Just a little bit older than
I
Shea.
was about to say they almost share identical timelines.
That's a pretty sick
Ingram would
duo.
be a great.
Yeah.
That's who you push the button lever pull for.
That's an interesting one, isn't it?
J-Dub could be that good, though.
We could be. Josh Hart. No.
No.
Tyrese Halliburton.
No,
That's close, but no.
That's an interesting one,
Yeah,
too.
it is interesting.
That's an interesting backcourt duo as well with Shea and
Yeah,
Tyrese, just because he can really shoot it and really pass.
Yeah.
And Edwards.
it's stupid to say no,
That's stupid to say no.
Yeah.
so I'll just leave it at that. But I still would really struggle with that.
Anthony Edwards, only 20, just turned 22. So very young.
Yeah, you got to do it. If it's straight up, J-Dub.
You have to do it. Yes.
Yeah.
24, 5 and 5, 37% from 3 on 7 attempts.
Yeah.
And
That's
he-
pretty good.
And he's got a great personality.
He does have a great personality. They would be great together.
Yeah, they would be really fun. Jalen Brunson? No. Mikal Bridges?
I do really like Jalen Brunson,
Yeah,
but probably you're right.
Paolo Banchero.
Yeah,
Really? Because they were. I mean, it was close their rookie year.
dude, Paolo's so good.
He
Well,
is.
so
I
is
would
J-
keep
so is
J-Dub.
J-Dub, but
I would
But
keep
would you
J-Dub.
trade J-Dub for all of those people?
combined?
Combined.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it. I would not trade him for Banchero, by the way. I wouldn't do it.
well, that's your opinion.
It is. I wouldn't do it. So I would for Edwards and
JJJ.
Ingram and Triple J. Those would probably be the guys.
You would
But I
trade him
would.
for Triple J. See, that's what for me. I'm like, I don't know.
Dude,
That's very interesting.
he's really good.
I'm closer to Halliburton than I am Triple J.
I like Halliburton
Like
too.
more conflicted by the Halliburton
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't know. I just think at that point you're taking a little bit of a step back because now you have like only guards
Mhm.
because J-Dub can play 1 through 4.
Yep.
Where Halliburton's like he's 1 or 2.
I mean,
Yeah.
the rim protection with Triple J and Chat though,
It would be
it would
unbelievable.
it would be insane. Every single team would change how they play.
I just remember, I can't remember which game it was, but earlier in the season where it felt like the Thunder were playing the Grizzlies and you just had no chance of scoring at the rim. I think it was without Shea maybe, and it was Giddey trying to lead the team. And every time he went, I bet he maybe had 8 of his shots blocked that game against the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And he even said it after the game. He's like, he's just talking about Triple J. He's like, he's just incredible at protecting the rim,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I don't know, dude, he's elite at that skill.
Yeah, he
and
is.
I don't know.
And
We're
he's
also
got
betting a
good
lot
offensive
on
game.
J-Dub's potential more than maybe the reality. Like if you just took this at face value, I don't know. Although we're not the only ones that are hyped on J-Dub, like the whole league.
I
He's-
mean,
is
He's
in on
really
him.
good. Like he's really good. I mean, it takes an all-star level player for me to actually want to trade him, which is what those 3 are.
when you were telling McKelly on Monday what his splits were post All-Star break,
Yeah.
like I don't. That's an All-Star player easily.
Yeah, I think that he has that kind of trajectory.
Yeah.
And the way he looked in those scrimmages too, he's ridiculous. What about Giddey? What would that how
Similar.
much
Similar.
would that change
Not
for
much.
you?
I-
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would probably include Halliburton.
See, yeah, it makes it easier to trade him for Halliburton just because their skill sets are
There's an
like-
overlap.
Yeah. With J-Dub, you're losing a guard.
You-
or
I can-
sorry, a forward and getting a guard.
Could you actually see 2 years, 3 years down the line, Giddey plus picks to New Orleans for Ingram?
I just don't know that they I don't think that Giddey is one that they're looking to trade.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying if it got to the point where they realized the backcourt is a little bit clogged or whatever, and then Ingram asks out, that's not out of the realm of possibility for a trade that would make sense.
Oh, you mean as like fair value?
Yeah.
Yeah, as like a value proposition,
Yeah.
I don't think it's insane. I just think that Giddey helps the Thunder do what they want to do.
I think that they see him
more than almost anybody
as a building block for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's why it doesn't ever, I don't actually think they will pull the trigger on anything
not anytime soon
for a while, because they've got 4 out of the 5 in their starting lineup that I think they really did. And I think Daignault and probably even Sam really have a higher value for Dort than a lot of the fan base.
Oh, I think that is, lock that in.
And so,
that's
I don't know what
true.
they would see the deficiency as in the starting lineup, other than a few years of development and age and playing together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me ask this question, not controversial. Are the Thunder too overhyped right now going into next season?
Give me a scenario.
So I was listening yesterday to just a clip from JJ Redick's podcast, who, I don't know if there's anybody in the actual media world that's higher on the Oklahoma City Thunder than him. JJ. And he's projecting anywhere between, I think he said 44 to 47 wins, maybe.
Yeah. That doesn't seem insane.
But you're beginning to hear in the kind of media world a lot of expectation for the Thunder to go from play-in team to playoff team. And I just am wondering, like, are we basing too much on this team's post-All-Star run, although they weren't great in stretches of that, but looking at the playing game, I'm just leading the hype train myself and predicting that they're going to have 50 wins. I just wonder if the kind of narrative around them is a little too hyped.
So you think too overhyped? You think that the hype is proper amount of hype?
I do, but I was wondering if there was any sort of Andrew can be the more voice of reason. So I was just wondering if for him, if he feels like they may hit, what are that, 42 right now is the projected win total?
Yeah, like 42.5 or 43.5. I think they're going to be in that like 40.
Would you take the over or the under?
I would take the over, but like slightly. I think they'll win like 44 games.
Which is still a great.
I think there's like there's a window of from 38 to 48 that I think is reasonable. That they could, depending on if they're healthy all season and they make a jump, could they win 48 games? Yeah. If they have injuries and Shea's out for 25 games, could they win 38? Yeah.
It would be disappointing for them to go, if they don't cross 500 total. I think it would be disappointing for the fan base and for me, just me, actually.
Yeah. And thinking of them going to a playoff team, you're like, okay, well, they were playing in last year, another year of Giddey, J-Dub, you're adding Chet, another year of Shea. And then
the number one pick in the expansion draft
team,
Vasily Micic.
Oh yeah, Micic.
That's right,
Micic.
There you go. PP Sleepies. You think
Micic.
the trajectory? Micic. Sorry,
I'm not doing it.
Micic.
Micic now.
It's Micic.
Well, I'm not until I hear him say it. I'm not gonna
you should change
go
it
either way.
We're gonna change it every week.
Okay.
This week, Micic.
Can't wait till it's just Mrs. Anyway, but you have to remember, hey, playoff team is 6th seed at the lowest, and it's like, okay, could they be the 6th best team in the West?
Which we've done that exercise before, where you have to go through the West and say, all right, so are they better than Minnesota?
Yeah, I think they could be this year.
Could be.
Might not be.
Are they better than?
But Minnesota was a playing
Clippers
team last year too.
Yeah, we lost to them.
Yeah, so it's like, so there were still 6 teams better than even Minnesota. Are they better than? What'd you say?
I'm saying like you could go through the whole list. They're not
I
better than
know.
Denver. They're not better than probably not better than Memphis.
Yeah, they're not better than Memphis.
They're not better than the Suns.
No.
Warriors,
No.
Lakers,
No.
Clippers.
If they're healthy, no.
So
It's just it's too easy. The Kings, even the Kings.
If the Kings are healthy, no.
Out of the playoffs. Not even making the plan.
So if
but
they're a
record-
playing team this year again, that's
Pelicans?
okay.
Record is not indicative of if you're better than another team or not, though,
That's true.
because the Kings were above a ton of teams that I think that everybody thinks were better.
I mean,
than
and
them.
it bared that way out whenever they lost to the Warriors,
Yeah,
even
So-
though they played them really well.
yeah. So record is not going to indicate like whether the Thunder are better or worse than some teams. Like some of it is luck, some of it is health,
Yeah.
some of it is
Schedule timing.
Yeah.
right? Like you play the right teams at the right time.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's with the West like so close. I mean, you look back at the West, like everything was so close together. There wasn't some like elite of the elite,
Right.
and then it, like tapered down as like
Well, that's what
it
was
was
so.
all just kind of clumped together. So it's
What you said on the Wednesday pod about the 5-game losing streak after the All-Star break, or when Kenrich went down, or when Shea got
yeah,
COVID, it was all like the same exact time that there were these kind of things. If they would have won one or two of those games, then all of a sudden they may be in. How close were they to just being a lock for the playoffs in the 6th seed?
so 44 wins got you the 6th seed.
Yeah, so two. Well, I guess that's a little bit
That's
more.
4 games.
Yeah, 4
That's
games.
crazy.
But like the difference between that, I mean, that was the difference right there, was 4 games because the Thunder were the 10th seed.
Yeah, and I know you can go back and look at games that they shouldn't have won, that they did win, and how it broke for them.
Home court advantage was 45.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, that got you the 4 seed.
You
was
just
45
wonder.
wins.
I mean, honestly, looking at and projecting next year, I think it would not be surprising to me to see the same parity in the middle of the league.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely that's definitely true. I
Because that was
think
their goal, right?
what I just also think that we're in this place in the NBA where like LeBron and Steph and those guys are older, and like those guys aren't going to dominate the league anymore.
At least in like you can almost guarantee that they're not going to play more than 60 a season.
Probably not. And now we're kind of waiting on like the next group of stars to step up and like the next like dominant team to step up. Like the Suns aren't going to dominate either because they have older guys on their team and you can't play them 75 games. Like, you can't play Durant 75 games.
They're that team though that like could put a year together and win the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, they
But they're not
definitely
gonna
could.
they're not a dynasty team.
Yeah. You know, Denver is probably like the most interesting one out of all of these that like could be dominant for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
But even they didn't care about the regular season for the last month. Like if they did, they would have won 60.
Yeah, I was about to say. It all depends on what they care about
Yeah.
this year, right? There's, they always say, and I don't know how real it is, but the post-championship kind of let down
Yeah.
for the regular season to where you could see them winning 50 to 55.
Mm-hmm.
But if they really wanted to, their roster is so complete that night to night, if they put the effort in, they could. I mean, you could easily see them win 60 to 65 games.
Yeah, they could. And then you look at the rest of the West, like the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors. Those 3 teams are not going to be good in the next 3 years. Those teams are going to be done. And then, like by that time, you could see Memphis, OKC, Denver, all winning. Even Phoenix is going to drop out some because they're going to like Durant can't keep going forever. But
Probably
those
San Antonio.
We'll see. San Antonio could be, but like those teams are going to rise up, and then those other teams are going to fall down. The parity may not be there.
Yeah.
Then, like right now, we're just in this weird phase where we're like we have all these young teams that are coming up and these old teams that are there.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a lot
this
of
is not.
overlap.
Some of this is just timing. It's not necessarily like Adam Silver has created the parity of the league. You know, we've had periods like this before
Yeah.
in the league, but it was just like it was whenever like the Thunder were on their way up too. You know, there were tons of teams winning a ton of games, like 1 through 8.
Wasn't the year that they won, they played the Lakers, whatever that was,
They won
2011?
50 games.
Yeah, they won over 50 games, or
2010.
like the 8 seed or something like that, or 7
Yeah.
seed.
So like there was, and that was really close, a really close race. So I don't know. I think it could be like this for the next couple of years, but eventually some of these older teams are not going to be good and they're going to bottom out. You know, Portland is going to completely bottom out. I don't think Houston's climbing out of the bottom of the West either. But it's going to be interesting. There's going to be a team that's going to be really upset that they didn't get in, you know, like Dallas last year. Like, I don't think anybody would have predicted Dallas would be on the outside looking in, you know. And so there's going to be a team that's going to be very disappointed at the end of next season.
Agreed.
So
Good.
we'll see.
Disagree.
No, everybody's going to be fully content. All right. Let's do Tayshawn's factual. I still don't know which button is what, so just bear with me.
Tayshawn's factoid figure inventory. Tayshawn's factoid figure inventory.
Hey, I'm Tayshawn. This is my figure inventory. This comes from J_otherwise on Reddit. He asked a question to NBA Reddit, and I thought it was a good one. If your team does a documentary about their last 10 seasons, what should be the title? I have another game after this as well. So we don't have to
Last
spend-
10 seasons, so 2013.
Yeah. So mine is Chris Paul was in there somewhere. That's the title.
When you sent this to us, I was thinking about honestly, I was thinking about like movies that already existed, like titles that were already out there. You know? So I was just trying to think of like what maybe the starting point for me was like, what's the general, if you look back in 10 years, what's your primary reflection upon those years? And obviously I think it has to be so close, right? Like something about, you know, The One That Got Away, or that kind of genre of movie is what I keep thinking of. You know, one of the 500 Days of Summer, which was one of those movies where at the end you're like, oh, okay, they didn't fall in love. That's
Spoilers.
Oh,
come on, dude.
Guys, I am so sorry.
Wait,
Come
watch that for a
on.
while.
Hey,
All
Come
right,
on.
you have to say my wife.
My wife.
Wait, why'd you do that?
I don't know. He
I just needed to
cleanse the
turn
palate.
energy.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think if it were like an ESPN doc, I think it would be called Empty-Handed.
Yeah.
You know?
Empty-handed.
Like no rings.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
good.
dang. I think it
Yeah.
would be called Star Wars.
Matt Noonan in the chat. Star Wars. Matt Noonan in the chat. Close, but no cupcake.
Oh,
that's good.
That's a good one.
Dang.
That's a good one.
Someone crapped in the cupcakes.
a snake in the hen house.
Oh,
Snake in the hen house.
the snake crapped in the hen house.
Is this you've
Looks
got,
good
you've
at
got a
this,
theme
dude.
and you're just gonna keep going?
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's good.
That's
I
good.
want
Indiana Jones.
it. Crapping in the hen house. I think that's right.
You do.
Yeah. That's what it would be called.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was
I
great.
like empty-handed. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one. Naked fingered. Oh. Okay. This next game.
I get where you were going, and so did Luke.
Okay. This next game is called Word Turd. Have you guys heard of this game?
No.
All right. So the point of this game is you have to figure out two words that rhyme together based on me like giving you clues or hints, right? So I'm going to say feline and then
Excuse me?
Okay,
feline.
you said feline.
Well, I was getting confused because the lion is a feline.
True.
I was
Okay.
getting confused.
I always get confused about that. Feline and feline and clothing accessory you wear on your head. So what would that be?
Cat hat.
Exactly. Okay, now you get the game. This is Word Turd. Okay, so we can do NBA around NBA ones, like I have another one. Rajon and the drums in Donkey Kong.
Rondo Bongo.
You got it.
I'm
Bingo,
gonna be good at
bango.
this.
You're very good.
Smart as hell.
We found your genre, man.
Smart as hell, y'all.
You're smart. So is anyone interested in this game?
Yeah,
or
let it
not,
rip,
I
man?
like it so far. I'm good at it. Everyone else
Well, I want
sucks.
this is an open floor.
No,
so
everyone
go
else
ahead.
sucks,
Think of
dude.
some.
I just can't stop thinking of feline.
Yeah.
Thinking like that is how it's pronounced.
Yeah, it's confusing.
All right.
And you tried to save it like we didn't notice. You said it
Well,
again.
Because I was insecure. I was insecure when I said it. Like,
Yeah.
is that ice? Wait a second.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I thought
Let it
we
rip,
were
man.
all
Let's
gonna
go.
play.
Yeah,
The
we're
point
all
of this
gonna
game
play.
is we're all
I'm
gonna
just
play.
the best at it.
But
We're
do we
trying-
have to come up with the?
Yes.
No, why-
Everyone's
why are-
coming
oh,
up
we
with
have,
it.
to make our own.
Listen,
We're
just do
creating a
this.
game on the fly.
It's easy. Just think of 2 words that rhyme and then describe
Dude,
those
this is like
words.
Trebek showing up and asking the contestants to come up with
Yeah.
a question.
What would you
Okay,
got?
I'll
What
do it
trivia
then.
questions would you like?
We can let's
This is terrible.
let's do it.
Greenery.
Let's do it for homework and come next week with some word terms.
No.
I got one. Greenery and me talking endlessly.
Plant rant.
You
God.
got it, dude. You are good.
It's not hard. It's
Hey,
not a hard game.
That was word turd.
It's the easiest game on the planet.
Thanks for playing, you idiots.
You didn't give us a game to play.
Open
You
floor.
said,
It's
"Here
supposed
is
to be
a
a group
game."
game. Group game. It's like we do it all together. I want a chance to guess.
Feline.
Okay, guys.
Confusing.
Lion or
Oh
feline?
God. Okay, we have a listener that's seeking advice from us, and
Brandon is on the chat. Is Taylor outsourcing a segment?
I thought we could have some fun. I also like to play the game, so I wanted to guess.
you didn't tell
game.
you
I
didn't,
wanted to guess from what
and
you guys
you
did.
didn't tell us
Maybe
about
a heads
this
up.
before.
I thought
the
it was going
night
to be
before.
off the top of the dome.
Hey guys, I want to talk about the NBA, and if you guys could come up with some ways to do it, I'm here,
Would
and I
love
would
to-
also like to talk about it and hear you guys talk
I'd love
about
to
it.
participate in what
You guys really
bring.
put the turd in word turd. I'll tell you that.
God, oh my God. Okay, someone has come to us
Matt Noonan
seeking
says-
advice.
Taylor GPT.
Someone out there needs our advice, and we're about to give it to him. He has an issue.
Yeah.
He said his name is Rob, and he says his toddler is obsessed with koalas right now. It's really confusing, but has to do with the Google Home not having a sound in their database for koalas, and his son randomly biting his tongue the same time a koala showed up on screen. He's obsessed with koalas now. He won't stop talking about.
Seems like a Spider-Man situation.
Yes. He won't stop talking about koalas and talking about how we are tired of him talking about them. And then Alex made the Down to Dunk thumbnail last week, a koala
Yeah.
for some cruel reason. And my son saw that. He's talked about that a lot. How do we get my son to stop being obsessed with koalas?
All right, Robbie Bennett. Thanks for asking that question. I know
Here's-
exactly who that is.
Here's what you need to do. Embrace it.
There could be way worse things for your kid to be obsessed with. Koalas are awesome.
They are cool. They're cute and cuddly.
I know how. Do you
And
remember when there
slow.
were all those fires in Australia, and there were videos of koalas burning on trees,
this
and they
is
were
what you're trying to do.
screaming? Yeah, show him that. He won't care. He won't.
Taylor, you're on one today. You are.
Wow.
If you whatever they love, watch them suffer.
Yeah.
They
They
may
won't
ruin
want to do it anymore.
It's like
Yeah.
in Barry when his son was like, I want to play golf or baseball, and he showed just pull up YouTube just baseball injuries. It's like that. It's not good parenting. Here's what you should do. You should embrace it.
Yeah.
You have a Halloween costume. That's pretty funny.
Check.
You have plush animals and birthday gifts on deck.
Check.
Christmas gifts on deck. You're good. You have a birthday theme. Embrace it.
Embrace. I agree.
Like if you're sitting there, be like, because the worst is like if you're about to have a birthday, it's like, what does my kid like? Do they like Paw Patrol this week? Do they like this week? Like you pick something and then they don't have it. Embrace it. Go all in on koalas.
there are way more annoying things that your kid could be into. Way
Yeah.
more. This is not annoying, and also your kid is very young, and this is a short phase. So I'm with Luke. Embrace it.
Go for it.
Find some eucalyptus leaves. Start chewing on them with your
There you
son.
go.
Go through that journey together.
Yeah.
Get him shirts with koalas on them.
Yeah,
I mean, go for it.
yeah, I'm with that.
That's what I say. I mean,
Get a
don't
koala.
fight. Don't fight what you can't fight.
Get an actual koala.
Get a koala.
There we go.
Take him to the zoo and look at some koalas.
There are no koalas at our zoo, are there?
I don't know.
Robbie Bennett lives in Tulsa.
Do they have them in Tulsa?
No idea.
I bet they do. I bet they have them at our zoo too.
I don't think so. I've been to our zoo.
When was the last
once.
time you went?
3 years, probably.
Mine was about 30 years ago.
No, maybe longer than that. 5 years. Not a huge zoo guy. This guy over here, me.
Do you have a over here with me?
Could you say that again?
Not a huge
Not a
guy.
huge zoo guy.
Over
This guy
here,
right
me.
here, me.
Over here, me. Not a huge
you have
zoo
a
guy.
I
problem?
think the
with
better
the
way to
zoo?
say that is to say that I am not a zoo guy. I don't love it
The idea of the
necessarily,
zoo?
but honestly,
Zoo it
it's the hottest place on earth,
Yeah.
and everywhere is just far away. Like you walk 2 miles in the middle of the blazing summer to look at an animal that is hanging out inside its habitat,
Yeah.
not letting you see it.
Are any of you conflict? Like
Yeah, a little
some
bit.
Nah.
Sure.
confusion?
No,
Yeah, I do too.
not at all.
The zoo is very nice.
Yeah.
No, it's nice.
Our zoo is
Great.
really nice.
I
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just hot and it's asphalt everywhere.
like
and
when
you
it
have to walk
gets when
everywhere.
it gets. I think they have some nights
Yeah, it's
like
fun though.
Thursday nights, like
It's fun.
like an
You're
adult.
just the king dad.
It's better now, Jay.
It's better.
They've changed it.
It's-
They've
I've
made it a
been
lot
there
better.
since they at least had the
They're-
big elephant habitat.
They've done a lot more.
What?
A lot more. There's a lot more connection.
Just come with me and I'll
You're
show
not-
you.
You and me.
Yeah.
you mean?
They do have those like beer
Yeah.
zoo nights.
Yeah,
and-
like the adult
Yeah.
walk wine
yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
nights.
You know what you should do?
They also have the giant Christmas wonderland there at the zoo.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Are there animals
Hater.
around at that point?
But they're made out of Christmas lights.
and they put all the koalas in little elf hats.
You know what I'm not a fan of is the snake room.
I love the herpetarium.
No,
Herpetarium? That's really what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah. My kids love it. They always love going in there.
the snake room.
Yeah.
Oh, no. All I think is it would take one second for one of those suckers to get out of there. Next thing you know, just
I mean-
mass chaos.
I mean, if
And there's only one way in, one way out.
any of the animals get out, it's mass chaos. If an elephant
No,
gets out, it's mass chaos.
It would be way better if, like,
People are freaking out.
I mean, yes, to a point. Not every animal, if they got out, people would lose their mind about.
Hippos?
Yeah,
Hippos would be the worst animal because people would be like, "Oh, look, it's a hippo," not knowing
they're dangerous.
very dangerous.
Yeah.
They're very
Extremely
fast.
dangerous.
Yeah, that's what happens like every day at Yellowstone is people think that bison are just like, oh, look at this big cow.
dude.
And bison are like, I will murder
Yeah, you're
you
dead.
and everybody around
You're
you.
dead, man.
Jay hates animals.
No, I love animals. That's
No,
the
you
thing.
don't.
I do.
Jay needs everyone to know to respect animals and keep your distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love animals. I love them.
What's your favorite animal?
I swear.
Dogs, without question.
Dogs.
They
Your
are
favorite
animals.
Animal. Dogs. Animal
on,
lover
Pick
Jay.
a fun animal.
Dog.
I mean,
Dogs.
I'll go down the list. I love sloths. Huge sloth guy. This one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
me. I'm a
sloths are
sloth
great.
guy.
Have you been to the Dallas Aquarium?
No.
Have you? Any of you?
Mm-mm.
Dude, take your kids to the Dallas Aquarium. It's amazing. It's huge. It's basically an indoor zoo. The part you walk into is like a rainforest. They just have sloths around. They're not in cages. They're just out there.
Huge. This guy right here,
Wow.
me, felines.
Big
Love
feline
Big
guy.
feline fan. I do like big cats. I don't really want to be around them outside of looking at them through some sort of protective cage.
Then the zoo would be a great place for you to
Yeah,
go.
don't want to see them in the wild per se.
Only I like the cats, but I need them enclosed
Yeah.
where I can see them.
And I don't want to run across
be
a tiger in
safe
the
from
wild. That's
them.
all I'm saying.
I don't think you're gonna have that problem.
Safaris.
Oh, actually, you might have
So,
that problem if you go
How
to
do you
one
feel
of, like,
about
Joe
how
Exotic?
do you feel about Arbuckle Wilderness with the
I
animals are
haven't
waiting
been
for you?
there in 35 years.
Well,
I've
it's
never
still
been.
there, I think.
It is still there.
They don't have big cats that like
You can
you
drive
roll
or-
down your window and a tiger
They
just sticks its head in your
absolutely do.
window.
Dives through your window. Everybody back up.
But you can drive through and the giraffe like
Hold your
sticks.
bucket out.
Yeah.
Hold your bucket out.
Your tiger bucket.
Oh, Robbie's in the chat. He said, "Thanks for the advice, guys." Okay, we're gonna take a quick break.
Koalas are awesome.
They're great. Just live it up with the koala loving. All right, we'll be right back. And we're back after that quick break. Now it's time for some Twitter questions.
Twitter questions. You got questions and you ask them on Twitter. Now we answer them for you. This is Twitter questions. Now let's get down to it.
All right, it's time for Twitter
Taylor's done.
questions.
Yeah, Matt Noonan says at least it's not Blippy. Yeah, totally.
Our first, at least, I mean,
I don't know, Blippy.
like my toddler's obsessed with a BTK killer.
Blippy and Bluey are those two things?
One is great, one is not.
Bluey's the is
Which
it
one's the
animated?
one that pooped on his friend? It's
Blippy. That's Blippy.
That's Blippy.
But Bluey's like the Australian cartoon that
Yeah.
apparently has the greatest dad in the world or something.
It's a
like
great
that.
show. Yeah, it's a great show.
Never seen it.
You should watch it.
I'm not going to.
You should.
Not gonna. All right.
Okay.
To our first Twitter question comes from at
All right.
Connor46944144, who says, when it's all said and done, how many people, if any, from this Thunder team are in the Hall of Fame?
God, that is a
Let's just
Four?
talk. So the Hall of Fame's induction's coming up. Dwayne Wade is going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol.
It's a really fun class.
Who's the fourth one? AI?
Yeah.
No, is it AI?
Wait.
He's already in it. Sure.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade, Pau Gasol, Dirk Nowitzki,
Yeah.
Tony Parker.
Yeah, TP. That's right. Really fun class. Like a class that like I remember almost their entire careers. Like I
Yeah.
remember Wade when he was a rookie.
Yep.
And
I loved him.
Yeah.
I love watching him at Marquette, man. It was really cool to watch him
Yep.
come into the league. And obviously, probably for Andrew and I both, is when Shaq went to the Heat.
Oh,
We
yeah.
watched a ton of them.
oh yeah.
Dwayne Wade's always been one of my favorite NBA players. He's fantastic. Love the way he plays. It's hard. Like you feel like a complete and utter homer to say that any of these guys are going to reach those four guys level. Multiple championship rings,
Yeah.
multiple All-Stars.
Yeah. It's quite a class for sure.
Like I think Shay's getting there.
Shea will be the one from this team. You know, Dwayne Wade is the only player, I heard this yesterday, that has been drafted by the Heat that is being inducted, that is going to be in the Hall of Fame. Only player so far.
Wow.
Wow.
Everybody else was drafted by somebody else.
Yeah.
And then joined the Heat.
Huh.
You guys big Box fans? His TV show?
The
His game
movie?
show? His game show. The Box.
No, I haven't watched it.
I
No.
haven't either.
Hey, good
I'm
question.
not sure what you said.
So,
you don't get to
like-
talk about that today. Jay.
I got good questions.
Players that have played for the Thunder that are going to make the Hall of Fame.
KD,
KD,
Russ.
Harden,
Harden.
Chris
Go-
Paul.
Collison.
Oh yeah, Chris Paul. Forget about that one.
but drafted by the Thunder.
Drafted by the Thunder is those three.
Nick Collison.
The Hall of Fame of our hearts.
The Hall of
Yeah.
Fame of, the Hall of Very
The
Good.
Oklahoma.
Shea, but Shea wasn't
Shea
drafted.
wasn't drafted by the
not
Thunder.
drafted.
Chet might be the only other one, but we still haven't seen him play one
J
game.
Dub. I mean,
J-Dub could.
Giddy good.
No.
Giddy could.
They're not. As of now, they're not gonna.
What was that sound?
If their career
Sounded
ended,
like a feline
if
over
their
there.
career ended today, they would not.
Oh yeah, duh. It'd be extremely tragic too. But yeah, I thought, but of players that have just played for the Thunder that will make the Hall of Fame, it's the big three: Chris Paul,
Paul George.
probably Paul George, Melo.
Yeah.
Man,
A
live every
lot.
day like
else?
it's
That's
your
kinda
last.
cool.
That's 6 players in 15 years of existence. and probably Shea. I think Shea will make the Hall of Fame just as long as his
Yeah.
career keeps going in this direction.
I had to
Why are
have
you looking
the-
like that?
Derek Fisher.
No,
No.
he'd already be in.
And also,
I mean, I know he
everybody-
doesn't have the stats, but is he one of those guys that's like just
No.
because he was a part?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not.
He's blackballed.
And also, everybody hates him.
Yeah, I
So-
was gonna say.
Is that still a thing?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he's gone. When's the last time you heard of Derek Fisher?
Disappeared.
Yeah.
He did make
Matt
a lot
Barnes
of money
killed
to
him.
get fired
I think
from.
he's coaching a
the
high school
Knicks.
team now.
How about that?
Really?
I think so.
So embarrassing. I'm just kidding.
Just move on, Luke.
I drove by the IMG Academy in Florida.
Oh,
It's insane.
Is it like a
It
college?
looks like Disney World when you're driving by it.
where is that?
It's in Bradenton, Florida,
outside of
outside of like Sarasota area,
outside of.
south of Tampa.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We drove by there. We went and saw the Ninja Turtles movie, by the way. Have you seen the Ninja Turtles
I've heard it's
movie?
good.
So good.
Yeah.
Hey,
we gotta-
what age?
So good.
What age could your kids sit through a movie theater movie?
Arden sat through maybe 4.
Yeah, five or six.
Four.
Yeah. Arden can sit through at 4. 3 was, it depends on how good the movie was. 2, no chance.
See,
1,
she's
no
really
chance.
Nora's really into Ninja Turtles right now, so we're debating. Should
Yeah,
I try?
absolutely.
The movie is so good.
Really,
It is.
It's fast moving. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Fast moving.
It's a
about. It feels like Oppenheimer. actually.
It's Oppenheimer.
Everything's at 1.5 speed.
it's a great movie, by the way. But anyways, I drove by IMG and it was just like I can't. It's insane. There's like obviously nothing like this. And I was talking to a friend the other day who's like, he has a brother of his that lives, or maybe a cousin that lives in Florida that's a coach. He said it's just everything is such a different level in high school in Florida than in Oklahoma City.
Do they play like in the 6A of Florida, or is
I don't even
because it
know
feels
how-
unfair?
I don't
Because
even know how
IMG
it
recruits
works.
basically across the entire country.
Yeah.
Like there's one of the top defensive linemen in the country named David Stone, who came from Del City, lived in Del City, born and raised in Del City, transferred to IMG in Florida. It's like, how do you, if you're, wasn't IMG where it had the team that was Cade and
No,
Moses Moody?
no, that
That's
wasn't IMG. That was
That was OMG.
but like Jarris Walker was at
Yeah,
IMG,
okay.
and
But they went to a big one too. That's it's very similar.
yeah,
Jay,
Mount
Jay,
Vern-
I have a question.
Something Mount.
Montverde.
I have
Is
a
that it?
question.
Yeah.
Jay,
Feline.
your son just started playing football. If
Yeah.
he gets let's say he's like real good,
Yeah,
and you get the call,
it'd be hard not to.
and they're like,
It'd be
hey,
hard
we
not
want him
to.
to go to IMG. Let's go.
Yeah, it would be really hard not to. Just
Would you give up
knowing
your career.
knowing their track record for just producing high level athletes, like it'd be hard not to sit them there. They get noticed more. It's the things like that in hindsight for like my career, and I was never at that level, not saying that, but there is so much that is dependent on where you are. And now I think David Stone, if you're good enough, like David Stone, this kid that's out of Del City, if he would have just stayed in Del City, he would have still been recruited at
Still
this
would've
level.
gone
It's
to
like
play
Gerald
in
McCoy,
college,
who's
yeah.
one of the greatest recruits in the history of OU football, or the last 20 years of OU football, who played NFL, all those different things. He played at Southeast,
Yeah,
which is a really small school. But if you're good enough, you're going to get noticed.
yeah,
Uh,
that's definitely true.
but it'd be hard if you lived in a place like Tulsa. Like, could you transfer or move into the Bixby school district so that you could be a part of Bixby? They've won they're the jinx of right now. That all makes it makes a ton of sense.
Okay.
These basketball players, and it's hard. Like we try to tell, that these kids should be loyal when it's like we just don't understand their life, what they're looking for. Like if their families are, if this is who we have to be in order to get to a different level in our life, like we'll take whatever we can to get there.
Yeah.
It's like I don't have any judgment for kids that do that.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to get better for your life.
Yeah.
Siri, set a reminder in 6 months. Prank call Jay inviting his child.
Yeah.
All right, word turd. Golden State Warrior and Cook.
I hate you.
Chef Steph.
Yep, you got it backwards, but you still got it.
Okay, let's go to our next Twitter question. It comes from @Zach Deeg, who says, "Is there a smaller hill you've been willing to die on compared to Mikey's disdain for multiple centers?"
Smaller than that?
Smaller hill that you're willing to die on.
My take on summer.
Yeah. That's
You'd die. You'd die on that hill.
No.
I don't.
Kill you.
Is there anything that just is an insignificant opinion that you make way bigger in your own mind? Onions, my hate for raw onions.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah. Well,
You hate them?
maybe if they didn't suck.
They give you
Yeah.
stomach ache?
I just don't like the taste, the crunch. I don't like any of it.
People with bumper
You cooking
stickers
those?
like this. If I pass you on your right, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I've ever seen that bumper sticker.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. It annoys me so much.
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's a
What's
very
your
small
opinion
hill
on
to
bumper
die.
stickers in general?
Like word, like
Yeah.
phrases
Yeah.
and stuff.
If you can read this, then
You're too close.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think they're.
I'm out on
annoying.
that. I'm also way out, and I will die on this hill. When people put eyelashes on their car, I could not get more angry.
You don't think it's cute on a Beetle?
No, I
You
could
don't-
not.
It's a small hill to die
on a
on.
beetle.
I would die on that hill. I would.
kind of
Yeah.
cute on a beetle.
I like it on the Beetle.
Makes sense.
way out. Car eyelashes. No,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Hmm.
I've never seen car eyebrows.
When's the last time y'all saw a PT Cruiser?
Been a minute.
They're all gone.
No, they're out there.
Oh, they're out there.
I haven't
Are
seen
they?
them in a while. When's the last time you've
I
seen
haven't
a
seen
PT
one in a
Cruiser?
while.
Just saying.
Oh, but yeah, it's been a while. Well,
Been a while.
You want one?
I want one.
Kinda.
Might be kind of cute with some eyelashes.
Makes me want to get out my 7-string guitar.
Seen a PT Cruiser.
Let's move on.
Don't do it. No,
You
To-
normally nail these, but
that was so bad.
Let's
like, you
move
weren't
on.
even in like the melody.
Yeah,
Here.
I was a little nervous about it.
Let's move on to our next Twitter question. It is from @Dude Buffet, who says, "Is that Taco Cabana in OKC still alive? They
No.
have dank nachos."
Who's that from? Dude Buffet.
Dude Buffet.
That dude is
Yeah.
a fantastic follow.
It was
on
a good
Twitter.
fall. That's a shame because Taco Cabana is actually.
I wasn't a Taco
Awesome.
Cabana guy.
That's
My
where you'd go
uncle
to
loved
fight
it.
in high school.
It was also where you would go like
Really?
late at night.
To fight.
What?
I didn't
Yeah.
fight there.
You know what's funny? That's like a very American thing because I've heard other podcasts talk about, yeah, we would go to this fast food restaurant parking lot
It'd
to
be
fight.
It'd be
Yeah.
McDonald's or Taco Cabana.
Yeah.
Where was the Taco Cabana by North?
It was
May.
out. On,
The
no,
May one is one
no.
I would know.
No.
Ours was out on Northwest
Expressway.
Expressway by the
Oh yeah,
Walmart.
by the Walmart. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Panda?
They would go
Express?
fight
it's Panda
there?
Express.
That
Yeah.
feels like the most visible place to go fight.
We'd fight in very visible places.
Yeah.
At Putnam City, you would fight in the back of DeLisi Park.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
You guys probably had a lot more fights.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah.
we were Putnam City.
I
Original.
mean,
The original.
original.
It,
but yeah, no more Taco Cabana.
In in elementary, we would fight in the church parking lot. There was a not Seventh Day Adventist, whatever the Mormon churches are called. There's one right there behind our school.
Yeah.
Latter
You
Day
were gonna
Saints, Jesus
fight.
Christ.
Wow.
That's where you'd fight.
Nice.
I'm sure the Mormons loved it.
LDS.
Yeah. LDS, yeah. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Jesus Christ.
they're fighting again. Go get the broom.
Get the room. Get out of here. Kid.
Yeah, that's then taco. Then there was a Taco Cabana on May,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it closed down, became Jimmy's Egg,
Yeah.
also closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Jimmy's has had problems.
Then
It's
it was
gone.
a pink parrot.
Yeah,
It was Pink Parrot.
gone. It's
Yeah.
nothing now.
Yeah. That location.
It's not even Charlie's Chicken. Is that not where that is?
No, actually, I think
That's
it's
the
a
old Wendy's.
It's a church's chicken right now. I think.
No, it's not. I was driving the other day. It's next to Golden Chick. It's nothing. It's for
Golden
rent.
Golden Chick.
Chick.
It's
for
nothing
rent.
now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Golden
okay.
Chick used to be at Wendy's.
It's a cursed location.
It's true. Hey guys, I got one more question for you.
I gotta say, I'm just
Say I'm just miffed.
Yo, you guys miffed or peeved? My fat ass broke my work chair this week.
Wow.
Bad.
Wow.
Unsalvageable. And I've had it for under a year.
There's
Oh.
not a lot of more embarrassing things than when you break a chair.
Yeah.
Like I check the weight of chairs, like I'm like gently sit on it. 'Cause I'm not a thin man.
You gotta just
Yeah, you just jump right down on it.
you gotta flop into
You have to trust every chair.
Yeah, it's like our neighbors the wife of the house has
neighbor's wife.
Neighbor's wife. Ooh.
She's-
Of the house.
she's got so everybody around us, including my wife, have like they just have like designer eye, like they just see what looks nice, they make things look nice. And so but our next door neighbor in particular, she buys like fancier kind of things. She goes to a lot of estate sales to buy like really nice
Does
chairs.
she have a room you can't go into? It's so nice.
No. But every time I sit on one of the chairs at her house, I'm just horrified
It's gonna break.
that I'm going to snap through it. I'm like, oh, this was a $2,000 chair that she got from, some place that sells $2,000 chairs.
Yeah. Taylor broke one of Alex's chairs.
I did.
Yes, he did.
Then you also like dump Kool-Aid or something all over the house.
No, I tracked mud into on their
That's right.
carpet same night. And then I tried to give him my dead grandpa's chair in return. He wouldn't take it.
It was like Taylor's introduction to the fantasy basketball league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just came in just dirty, breaking stuff.
I was
A
like
mess.
the young kid, and all of you were friends. You're all 5 years older than me.
I remember
Yeah.
walking in. I did that fantasy league one time at Alex's house, and I walked in and I was like, this is me walking into a whole bunch of people I don't know, and they're all friends, and
Yeah.
I'm the outsider.
It's all inside jokes.
All inside jokes. Yeah, it's great. It's awful.
But I really made an impression that night.
You did. Yeah.
It was good.
It was.
No, we'll forget that moment.
Yep. Never forget.
I'm miffed. I love Costco. Okay, love the savings at
Yeah.
Costco.
Sure.
Wow.
People act insane at Costco.
Insane.
Like the driving in the parking lot is so scary. People are just like zooming around corners, and then you go in. There's like it's a wild
lawless.
west.
The
Yeah,
deals.
it's lawless.
The deals are too good.
I know people are too.
People are wild.
The
about
deals are too good.
They think
You
they're
know
gonna
where
miss
else
out on the
is
deal.
like that as far as parking? On cue.
Yeah,
The on cue by my house, it's like nobody knows what they're doing. Cutting diagonal, going.
Yeah.
It's just chaos.
I'm constantly
parking.
on the wrong side. Passing someone.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
we moved to Europe. I don't know what's happening.
When we were on our trip, I backed into a person driving a golf cart, and luckily everything was fine. But he was like, I was honking the whole time. I was a little miffed because it was this really high pitched like meep meep. And I honestly, genuinely didn't hear it.
You're like, that is outside of the range of my hearing.
It really is. And I just like bumped him, and it's like this old guy on this golf cart. So in
It's
this
the most Florida thing
Yes, in
I've
this-
ever heard.
in this
Yeah.
town, you can drive golf carts everywhere. And so like they're just like drove a golf cart. We're at the grocery store. And he's just sitting back there. He's like, I was holding on
Publix?
the horn. He had Publix the whole time. I was so miffed. I was like, I genuinely could not hear it.
You gotta scream.
Yeah, he would have
yell, buddy.
he would have done much.
You gotta scream.
I would have stopped had he screamed.
Did your car not have a backup camera?
It did, but my
You're not
truck doesn't
watching?
have one. I wasn't watching it.
Did you take?
I turned around.
You
and it was
took
in my
the
blind
truck
spot.
to Florida?
We took the truck to Florida.
That is so dangerous.
Yeah,
I'm miffed about that decision.
ran just completely over these people.
In Florida, that's legal
It's illegal
because they're trespassing.
surprisingly. All right, we'll have more podcasts for you next week. The schedule comes out next week, so we'll have something to talk about. But hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys again on Monday.